Do you think that there is a class system in America?
Not in the traditional sense that we see historically, like the aristocracy and like the impoverished and the working class, but there's definitely lines socially.
How many different classes do you think we have in America?
As in, like, classes in, like, society?
Mm-hmm.
Lower, middle, upper middle, upper.
I believe it was like 9.
9. Okay. Can you name any of them?
Upper middle class. Oh, okay. Upper class. Upper middle. Upper lower. Upper middle. Lower middle. Oh my god. Lower, upper, lower, something like that.
It's hard to say because the lines kind of get blurred between some of them. Obviously, you've got the upper class, and then you get in the upper middle, middle class, working class, lower middle, and then you've got those below the poverty
The
line.
American dream basically tells us that we can get from the lowest class to the highest class in one lifetime. Do you think that that's possible?
Yes.
Yes, but it takes a very driven person or a very lucky person.
No, people need to wake up, smell the roses. Not possible.
Like, have you ever read Great Gatsby? It's about like the American dream. It's impossible to, in a sense.
You die.
Yeah. Pretty much. Don't look at the
You're
green
stuck
light.
with where
Don't
you
look
are.
at the green light.
What?
You're stuck with where you are. It's kind of hard to progress up.
I think it's true for some people, but I think in today's economic climate, it's very difficult to go from one class to another upwardly. I think people have certain situations and factors that can help them do that, like education and stuff.
Who do you think is most likely to be affected by poverty?
That's a good question. I think a lot of it comes from demographic, family backgrounds. I think, when you have two parents who have completed high school, some college education, obviously those families are less likely to go into poverty. I think, once you get involved into drugs or heavy alcohol at a younger age, you're more likely to go into poverty.
I mean, men with education, I don't know, just men in general.
Like, I guess working class, especially minorities, tend to be the heaviest hit by poverty. Part of that is just because they do tend to be working class, but also because the social background. A lot of times people like to sit there and blame people for being poor. And so,
Do you think it's easier to be poor in an underdeveloped country or in a rich country like America?
In a rich country like America, our society, it thrives on having the lower class and upper class. Like, that's what keeps both running.
America's, you get all those checks from Uncle Sam.
Okay, but if you're poor in another country where everybody else is poor, are you poor?
Like, if you're underwater
That's all
and
I'm
everything's
saying.
wet, are you really wet?
I think the homeless should be entitled to the same public education that those who have homes and pay for taxes on them should have.
Yes, because education is important, and I mean, if they get the education to get a job, then like they can start paying taxes for it, just like every other person.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't think education is something that you have to pay for. We're blessed to live in a free country, and there's a lot of great organizations. I know one's Downtown Academy is doing a lot for that particular area of trying to reach the homeless and lower class to provide a good education for them.
Who do you think is to blame for someone's poverty?
Your family, like your previous generations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think there are a lot of factors at play. I think if you're born into an impoverished situation, then you're more likely to live in poverty for a large majority of your life, or it could motivate you to elevate yourself. But if you impoverish yourself by like being wasteful and making like bad investments, or like the stock market crashing and you losing all your savings, I guess that's kind of your fault.